Welcome back to our channel. Today, we're diving into the top strategies you should implement with every paycheck to build wealth faster. Remember back in the day when I was working at that old-school brokerage firm, fresh out of high school? I was making, like $2,000 a month? And let me tell you, it felt like I had absolutely no idea what to do with it. It felt like as soon as I got paid, that money was already spent. Sound familiar? Look, managing your money effectively is the foundation of building wealth. It's not about how much you earn, it's about what you do with what you earn. So in this video, we're going to break down some simple yet powerful strategies that can help you gain control of your finances and accelerate your journey to financial freedom. Whether you're just starting out or you've been in the game for a while, these tips are designed to help you maximize every dollar you earn and build a solid financial future. So grab a pen and paper because we're about to get started. Alright, let's be real for a second. Nobody actually enjoys budgeting. It's like going to the dentist, right? You know it's good for you, but it's not exactly the most thrilling experience. But here's the deal, and this is coming from someone who used to spend hours upon hours analyzing spreadsheets. Budgeting isn't about restricting yourself, it's about understanding where your money is going so you can make conscious decisions about how to use it to build the life you want. Think of it like this. If you were building a house, you wouldn't just start throwing bricks together without a plan, right? That's a recipe for disaster. Your budget is your financial blueprint, and it helps you allocate your resources effectively. Now, there are a ton of different budgeting methods out there, from the 50/30/20 rule to zero-based budgeting, and we'll dive into those in a future video. But the key here is to find a system that works for you, and most importantly, that you'll actually stick with. Personally, I'm a big fan of using budgeting apps. They connect directly to your bank accounts and credit cards, making it super easy to track your spending in real time. Plus, they often categorize your transactions so you can see exactly where your money is going. Once you have a clear picture of your income and expenses, you can start identifying areas where you can potentially cut back. And trust me, there are always areas where you can trim the fat a little bit. Maybe it's eating out a little less each month. Or maybe it's finding a more affordable phone plan. Those small changes can add up to big savings over time, freeing up more cash flow to invest and build wealth. Remember, building wealth is a marathon, not a sprint, and it all starts with a solid budget. Okay, let's talk about one of the most important concepts in personal finance, paying yourself first. This is something I wish someone had drilled into my head when I was just starting out. The idea is simple. Before you pay your bills, before you buy groceries, before you do anything else with your paycheck, you set aside a predetermined amount of money for your future self. Think of it like this. You're essentially treating your savings and investments as a non-negotiable expense, just like your rent or mortgage payment. You wouldn't skip out on paying your rent, would you? So why treat your financial future any differently? Now, I know what you might be thinking. Graham, I can barely afford my bills as it is. How am I supposed to find extra money to save? And trust me, I get it. I've been there. But even if you can only afford to save a small amount at first, it's crucial to start somewhere. Even if it's just $50 or $100 per paycheck. Make it a habit to automatically transfer that money to a separate savings or investment account as soon as you get paid. You can gradually increase this amount over time as your income grows, or as you find ways to cut back on expenses. The key here is to make saving automatic. Set up a recurring transfer with your bank, so you don't even have to think about it. Because let's be honest, if we rely on willpower alone to save money, we're much more likely to give in to those impulse purchases or those treat-yourself moments. Remember, the money you save and invest today is what's going to grow and compound over time, providing you with financial security and freedom in the future. So make paying yourself first a non-negotiable part of your financial routine. Index funds, your secret weapon to building wealth. Now let's talk about putting your money to work for you through investing, specifically with index funds. Index funds are like the unsung heroes of the investment world. They're simple, they're effective, and they're a fantastic way to build wealth over the long term. So what exactly is an index fund? In a nutshell, it's a type of mutual fund or ETF that passively tracks a specific market index like the S&P 500 or the Dow Jones Industrial Average. Instead of trying to pick individual stocks, which, let's be honest, is kind of like trying to predict the future, index funds allow you to invest in a diversified basket of hundreds or even thousands of stocks with just one purchase. This diversification is key because it helps to reduce risk. If one or two companies in the index don't perform well, it's not going to make or break your entire portfolio. Plus, because index funds are passively managed, meaning they're not constantly buying and selling stocks, they tend to have lower fees compared to actively managed funds. And as we all know, lower fees mean more money in your pocket over the long run. Now, I know some people think index funds are boring. They want the excitement of picking individual stocks and trying to beat the market. But here's the thing. Most professional investors actually struggle to outperform the market consistently over the long term. It's really hard to do. Index funds, on the other hand, provide you with instant diversification and have a proven track record of delivering solid returns over time. They're like the tortoise in the race. Slow and steady wins the race. The power of compound interest, your money's best friend. Okay, let's talk about one of my favorite topics, compound interest. Albert Einstein is credited with calling it the eighth wonder of the world, and for good reason. Compound interest is essentially the snowball effect of investing. Here's how it works. When you invest your money, it earns a return. But here's the cool part. Those returns then earn returns of their own. And then those returns earn even more returns, and so on and so forth. It's like a chain reaction of wealth building. The longer you let your money compound, the more powerful the effect becomes. It's like planting a tree. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago, but the second best time is today. The same goes for investing. Let me give you a quick example. Let's say you invest $10,000 today and earn an average annual return of 7%. After just 10 years, your investment would grow to over $19,000. After 20 years, it would be worth over $38,000. And after 30 years, you'd be looking at over $76,000. That's the power of compound interest in action. Now, I know it can be tempting to try to time the market or chase after the latest hot stock tip. But the truth is, time in the market is far more important than timing the market. The earlier you start investing and the longer you stay invested, the more time your money has to grow and compound. So don't get caught up in trying to find shortcuts. Focus on the long game, be patient, and let compound interest work its magic. Never stop learning. Invest in yourself. We've covered a lot of ground today, from budgeting and saving to investing and the power of compound interest. But there's one more crucial ingredient in the wealth-building equation that I want to touch on: investing in yourself. You see, your earning potential is your greatest asset. The more knowledge and skills you acquire, the more valuable you become in the marketplace. And the more valuable you become, the more opportunities will open up for you to increase your income. Now, investing in yourself doesn't necessarily mean going back to college and getting another degree. Although, hey, if that's something you're passionate about, go for it. But it can be as simple as reading books, listening to podcasts, or taking online courses in your field. It could also mean attending industry conferences or workshops, networking with other professionals, or even just dedicating 30 minutes each day to learning something new. The key is to make continuous learning a non-negotiable part of your routine. Think of it like this: the more you learn, the more you earn. And the more you earn, the more you can invest and grow your wealth. It's a virtuous cycle. So never underestimate the importance of investing in yourself. Make it a priority to constantly expand your knowledge, skills, and network. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more tips on building wealth faster. Remember, building wealth is a journey, not a destination. It's about making small, consistent choices over time that add up to big results in the long run. So start implementing these strategies today and watch your financial future transform. Until next time.